This episode of New Jersey Living, we're making our return visit to Fanwood, New Jersey. If you've been watching since the beginning, you know that one of the suburbs that I proclaimed as one of the prime locations outside of New York City as a suburb, this is one of them. And we're gonna dive into those reasons why in my next segment. But right now, I'm gonna jump into where we are right now. We're just outside of Jessica's, which is not a new restaurant, but it is in a new location. So we are directly across from the train station. Outdoor dining section is behind me. Obviously, we're not doing much right now in terms of outdoor dining, given this cool, windy, somewhat rainy spring day. But Jessica's, I'm gonna show some interior footage right here, is one of the establishments that's up and coming. Absolutely fantastic cuisine, have dined here multiple times. This location right here, I only dined at once, but the previous location on Terrell Road, I've been there as well. So we're gonna get into some specifics about Fanwood in just a few minutes. We're gonna get some information right now about the general market and demographics of Fanwood. So right off the bat, let's jump right into median house price for Fanwood. I'm gonna flash that up. Roughly $588,000 is the median home price. And you can see by this next graph, I'm gonna put up that 75%, the vast majority of homes that sell in Fanwood are somewhere in the $400,000 to $750,000 price range. So this gives you an idea of what kind of market this is. It is a very comfortably 500 to 700 market for a home that's gonna be somewhere in the middle. All right, so Fanwood, not a very large community, but is gonna hit some major check marks because of the train station, schools, and location, and we're gonna dive into those again in the next segment when I'm gonna jump into the big three. So let's enjoy some more of this footage. We had some kitchen footage as well with the chef doing his thing inside. We're very grateful for the owner and management for allowing us to come in just to get a feel for the layout. Absolutely wonderful aesthetic, as you can see right here on the video. So enjoy some of this, and we're going to continue in the next segment just in a few minutes. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a licensed real estate agent here in New Jersey with Coldwell Banker, team leader of the New Jersey Living Group, and host of New Jersey Living, the podcast. I want to thank everyone for joining another one of these episodes where we try to keep you informed on all things New Jersey, primarily the real estate market, social dining scenes, iconic locations, anything New Jersey, we aim to cover it. So join us for another ride, and we're gonna dive right into the Fanwood market now. Now, for those who are watching for the first time, you're gonna see and notice very quickly that I tend to cover recent sales in the market. If you're looking for more updated current information, my website is right here in the details. So go into those details, click my website. You can pull up any location in New Jersey and get updated inventory on what's active. But I cover recent sales because it gives you more insights on what is happening right now in the market. Another reason why you want to click like, subscribe, notification bell, stay updated on this content that we have coming out. And we have an open forum for our community, adding insights, experiences, suggestions, questions. We welcome them all. Just be aware of the guidelines. We try to keep it positive. So by all means, join the conversation. So Fanwood, we're going to start right off with the big three, the three primary factors that drive demand in the New Jersey real estate market. Those three are going to be proximity to New York City, train station, and by train station, we are referring specifically to train stations that are here in town. And third are going to be school ratings. Not my own opinion, but I refer to niche.com for those. All right, so starting right offhand, flash up a quick map of Fanwood. We are certainly within an hour drive to Midtown Manhattan, check mark there. train station directly right here behind me. So if you haven't noticed, just over my shoulder, you might be able to catch sight of the Fanwood train station sign. And for school ratings, when I flash that up from niche.com, Fanwood, Scotch Plains, they have a regional school district. They share together, and that is an A-rated district. So this has all 3 check marks. And with that being said, it is still a relative bargain price to purchase in Fanwood compared to some other neighboring locations like a Westfield, Mountainside, Summit. These areas where pricing escalates very quickly. Just refer to some of my other episodes in those locations and you'll get a feel for what I'm referring to. So this particular episode, we're gonna take a look at the more recent developments in the market. Come along for the ride, enjoy some of the footage that we have coming your way. We're gonna get some shots of the location where we are right now. Train station behind us, LeGrand Park, is just a block away from where we are right now. And this entire space where we're standing right now, relatively new development. We're talking 15 to 20 years. What we see right now would not have been here, all right? So all relatively new development happening very frequently along any train line that's leading into New York City. So again, stay tuned. Let's get on the road now. We're at our first stop here on our Fanwood tour. This is the first of 3 properties we're going to take a look at. I'm going to flash up really quickly the full inventory. I went back to April 1st. I normally only go back 30 days. Fanwood geographically is really small, so I had to account for the fact that there's not necessarily a large inventory of homes that sell in exactly 30 days. So I went back to April 1st and we're roughly May 16th right now, so about 45 days. So these are 7 homes in the month of April and half of May have sold here in Fanwood. Now here is one of those properties that was listed on the lower end of the continuum in terms of list price. Listed at $599, 4-bedroom, I believe bath and a half. Flash it up either way, you'll see the accurate description. And was listed at $599, sold at $705, 10 days on market. All right, so we saw that in the listing description, this was a highest and best scenario. You've been watching me for some time, you've already heard about highest and best, and that's because there's multiple offers that come in. Sellers need to determine which offer to select from. They want highest and best, and highest and best is not just price, that's also terms. Stick around towards the end of the episode, and I'm going to get into a little bit more detail when it comes to pricing strategy and what sellers are looking for when it comes to offers. So stay tuned for that last stop, and we're going to get into some more details on that. But here, this one went 100, right? 106,000 over asking price. There's a nice dynamic to this property. It's in a nice, quiet area, which is pretty much all of Fanwood. And it is on a corner lot. So we're gonna flash a little bit of footage that you'll be able to see that there's a driveway right here behind us. You probably can catch a glimpse of it somewhat behind me. And that is a feature when you have not only off-street parking, but you have either storage or coverage for your vehicle if you choose to park inside. So this is something, as you're probably already taking a look at, some of that interior footage, move-in ready. Not much to do, just turnkey, move in, and this was certainly an in-demand type of property where someone had to come in very aggressive to get what they wanted. And what they're buying into is walking distance to both the elementary school and the middle school, which are only literally one block over. Middle school, block and a half if you want to call it that. Train station, park, all that is very much walkable from where we stand right here. All right, so these are the things that Fanwood brings to the table and makes it such high demand. All right, so we've got 2 more stops to go and take in some of this drone and road footage, and we'll see you at the next stop. we are at our second stop in front of 146 2nd Street. This particular property listed at $750, sold at $760, 15 days on market. So it's been pretty consistent with what we're seeing, and that turnkey properties, and you can see some of the interior footage that we're going to flash up here with the interior photos. They pretty much move quickly. They don't last beyond 2 weeks. So this one, 15 days on market, sold pretty much immediately. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and this one taxes roughly just slightly over $15,000. So this is going to be pretty consistent for what you find in Fanwood. But think back to the beginning where we talked about most prices being anywhere from $400 to $750. This is just above that $750, but it gives you a feel for what is consistent in the market here in Fanwood. So we're going to take a stroll around, get some more of this neighborhood footage, and also prepare for that final and third stop that's not too far from here, just around the corner. All right, so I'll see you there. We're at our final stop, 80 Cray Terrace. This property listed at $799, sold at $860, and only 8 days on market. And in many cases, what I'm seeing on my own listings is if it was at all in a coming soon status, and other people, whether they be in the neighborhood and they're noticing the signs, or if they're on Zillow and they see that there's a coming soon, agents are already getting requests to see that very, very quickly. And at times, offers come in even before the first open house weekend. I've experienced that as well. So this is no doubt one of those scenarios that attracted immediate attention, went above asking price. And just for buyers to have an idea, what does it take to win in this market? This is something that I would love to share in general. So if you want to have some deep, in-depth insights on whether you're ready right now or you see yourself doing something later this year, not sure where the market is going, feel free to reach out. Even if you're not buying right now, I'll make time to share some insights. There are certain things that are very competitive. One, obviously, as you're seeing routinely, if it is turnkey, if it's in a desired location, it's going above ask. So don't have it in your mind that you're going to be able to get right around asking price or even negotiate that price down. It's not going to happen. But there are certain specific criteria that sellers do look for. And I'm speaking from my experience both as a listing agent and as a buyer representative. So sellers are looking for, one, how flexible the buyer is going to be when it comes to inspections. Are they looking to haggle over minor or more cosmetic types of repairs? Because there will be numerous of them in any home. The other thing that they're looking for is if they are offering, if that buyer is coming in to offer above ask, there is a bit of an uncertainty as to where the house will appraise for. Many times listing agents, and I'm speaking in those shoes right now, will be pretty confident about what that value is on the market, but an appraiser, we never really know for sure 100% where that appraised value is going to be. So in this case, if someone came in with $860 on a property that was listed at $799, seller would want to know, are you willing to waive the appraisal contingency? Or are you going to cover a certain amount of gap if there is a gap, if it does appraise below that number? So these are some things that you have to really account for when you're trying to be very competitive with an offer. All right, so in this case, again, offer came in. I would not be surprised if it had both limited inspection remediation requests and some type of appraisal contingency waiver or some kind of gap coverage. All right, so as you can see with some of the interior footage, definitely turnkey, ready. From the looks of it, it seems like the roof looks newer, exterior looks in really good shape. Even though it doesn't have, that paved driveway, still you're in a high demand neighborhood. We're a few blocks away from where we just were at 2nd Street. LeGrand Park is walking distance from here. The train station is a reasonable walk from here. And that whole Station Square area where you find dining, where we just were at Jessica's, that's walking distance from here as well. So this is a very, very convenient location with the big three that we talked about at the very beginning of the episode. So this is And the footage that you've seen and the other data that I've shared adds up to why Fanwood is one of the premium locations for a New York City suburb, whether you're looking at Connecticut, New York, or New Jersey. Prices, although we notice that they are higher than some other locations we've looked at, they're going to be higher than a Union, for example, and in terms of square footage, price per square foot is going to be higher than like a Bloomfield as well. However, you're getting some other check marks with this particular location, and it's not extreme high prices that you'll find in some other premium spots. So thanks again for everybody joining in. Be sure to click like, subscribe, notification bell. If you are someone who is looking to relocate to New Jersey, definitely look into the description here. Get a hold of my relocation guide. Gives you insights on various things about New Jersey. Reach out to me directly by all means if you are looking for more insights on either buying, selling, and yes, my team handles rentals as well. So thanks again for joining. Stay safe and stay tuned to New Jersey Living.